finally on the home stretch, the Cowboys, their last destination on this 9-game, 3-city road trip, coming to you live from Blackwell, Oklahoma at Morgan Field. It is Lincoln Revill alongside my good friend and partner, Ethan Ive. Ethan, it is a beautiful, a little bit warm day, but a beautiful day nonetheless for baseball.
We've got some shade over here just underneath the press box. It'll be interesting. This is our first trip to Blackwell, our first time here at Morgan Field. Always interesting to see what different spots around the Pecos League look like. Cowboys have 3 games here as they try to close out what has been an incredible road trip. They have gone 6-0, winners of course, 6 in a row, dating back to their final home game against Roswell. They'll try to keep it rolling here today in Oklahoma.
Cade Biddle will be starting things off for the Cowboys in center field. Drake Andron batting second and right. Jeff Disla, the second baseman, will be in the 3-hole, followed by the third baseman, James Procish. Aldo Buendia batting fifth at shortstop. Mateo Avalon at first base. He'll be batting sixth. Cam Holland in the 7-hole at catcher. Drew Bayard in left batting eighth. And Shane Hike in the pitcher will be in that 9th spot for the Cowboys tonight, rounding out the lineup, as they'll all be facing Eli Davis, the left-hander. He is ready to go from the windup as Biddle stands in the left-handed box. First pitch coming in, a called strike down the heart of the plate. First pitch at 6:42 Central Time. A little bit later of a first pitch than what we were expecting. We were expecting 6:30, but starting off about 10 minutes late as that one misses in the dirt. Count evens out 1-1. Cowboys coming off of a huge series against the Garden City Wind, propelling themselves into the 4th place spot and just a half game out of 3rd place, Ethan.
Yeah, a couple of comeback wins in Garden City, a nice sweep. They're second in a row. They started this road trip in Santa Fe, had the sweep there. They've got a chance to go for the trifecta here in Blackwell against an expansion team that's doing okay this year, I would say.
Yeah, the Flycatchers in the 6th place spot in the Pecos League in their introductory season as this one misses low. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike to Biddle. Eli Davis, 5'8", 160 pounds. Originally from Oklahoma City, as that one misses the zone. Ball 4, Biddle walks to kick off our game this evening. That'll bring up Drake Angeron.
The Flycatchers are managed by Luke Poslovic, who also pitches for the Flycatchers. He's a disciple of Bill Rogan, who managed in Santa Fe in 21 and 22 before shifting over to Marysville for the Drakes in California. Poslovic was supposed to manage the Fuego this year, but then last second decided, I'd like to go back to Blackwell. He's from Oklahoma City, so he wanted to manage a team in his home state.
Naturally, as this one's grounded on the third base side, just foul, hugging the line, just the wrong side of it, as Andron will make his way back to the plate with an 0-1 count.
And Poslovic told me he wants to build something here. This is a high school field usually in Blackwell.
Yeah, home of the Blackwell Maroons. Not every day you hear a mascot at any level that is a color.
Yes, indeed.
Very interesting.
Well, that's what we've got lining the walls here, that color.
You know, you have the Reds, of course. You got the Blues in the NHL, but no Maroons. It's very interesting. 0-1 now the count to Biddle. Standing in the left-handed box. His red, white, and blue bat. White, of course, a relative term. It's more of just that light tan, as the pickoff move to first is not in time. Davis, a graduate of Oklahoma City University. As the 0-1 is popped up, foul ground third base side, and then it'll go off the net. Count goes to 0-2 here to Andron.
Lincoln, there is a very real possibility we could catch a fly ball or a foul ball tonight.
There is, yes.
These next 3 days, I think.
Yes, there is. Yeah, not a lot of no cover here in the bleachers. And the netting around home plate, not very high in the least.
I will take charge if it comes to it.
All right. We'll see.
It's on your side.
I've always wanted to call a foul ball being caught by myself.
Let's go.
It'd be so cool. Andron ready. Here's the 0-2. Davis chooses to go to first. Biddle running for second. The play is going to be offline, and he is in there safely. Dice over at shortstop trying to make the tag, but the throw was offline from Fripp, and Biddle is safe at second base.
Well, they had Biddle picked off of first, and unfortunately for the Flycatchers, Fripp's throw just a little bit wide, and with Biddle's speed, he was going to be in there all the way, that first dive.
Now, taking nothing away from Dice, that tag attempt was it was a very good attempt. Even though he was falling away from the bag, he went through his legs trying to tag him from behind.
Got to do what you got to do.
Pitch to Andron, misses up high now, 1-2. Ethan, while we have a break, the rest of the Blackwell defense, please.
It's Dom Paisano in left field, Raymond Salinas in center, Jack Skansen right, Franklin Perez at third base, Joey Dice at Shortstop, C.J. Mervelis at second. Jeff Fripp at first with Kurt Trotter behind the plate.
1-2. Called. Strike 3 on the breaking ball. And Andron is out number 1. Strikeout number 1 as well for Eli Davis. That'll bring Jeff Disla to the plate. After Disla, we'll see James Procish, who is having nothing shorter than a monumental road trip.
I've never seen a 6-game stretch like this in my life, and I may never see it again. Procish has hit 8 home runs on this road trip. He's driven in 30 runs, more than almost doubling his season total from going into the road trip.
Right, yes, yeah. Procish, a total of 62 RBIs, as Ethan mentioned, 30 of them coming on this road trip.
And 12 homers total.
Yes. Yeah, and you said 8 on the road trip so far? Wow. So awesome.
Hit 5 in Santa Fe, I believe, and then 3 in the Garden.
Yes, that sounds about right. As Disla stands with a 1-0 count. Here's a pitch from Davis. Breaking ball. Finds the zone 1-1. Uniforms of the day brought to you by Bull Shirts. The Cowboys in their black unis. Red 06 over the heart. Red numbers as well on the backs of those jerseys. Gray pants. Black caps with the white 06. Davis ready with the 1-1. He takes a quick look at second. Now deals. Bunt shown and pulled back. That one misses up. Count 2-1. The Flycatchers in their dark brown unis. White lettering and numbering. Blackwell across the chest. Also brown caps to match the uniform's white pants.
It's an interesting color scheme.
It is very much.
Can't say I've seen anything like it.
Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Count 2-2. I think they might be trying to match the bird, the flycatcher. You know, their logo is also a dark brown, if I remember correctly.
An interesting detail with the Blackwell word mark across the chest. The black part of Blackwell is in black.
Oh, is it?
And then the well is just outlined in the tan with the brown letters.
Ah, I actually did not notice that. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, low and away. Count moves full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Davis, before Oklahoma City, actually played 3 seasons at the University of Kansas in the Big 12.
So he's got some D1 experience.
3 years of D1 pitching experience. Also an outfielder as well. Count now full, 1 away. Runner on second for the Cowboys. Disla standing in. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Disla down on strikes. Strikeout number 2 for Davis, and they're 2 away. And I have to say, I see the hints of the D1 experience in Davis. You know, he's throwing at least low to mid-90s there on the mound. And he's blowing the Cowboys by.
Yeah, so far so good for Davis. That last pitch was way up high.